Yo, press record. What's up? You're listening to Zero to X. My name is Daniel, and today with me, as always.
Hey guys, my name is Amara.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm very well.
Amara, we've been doing this. This is our 21st episode, and thank you guys so much.
Let me just bust the statistics. Just right out of the page, I'm busting the statistics. So I was watching a YouTube video, and the guy said 90% of podcasters don't make it past the first, I think he said 10?
That's wild.
First 10 episodes. I can't remember. Sad that I can't remember, but
what's crazy is that
then he went on to say, of the people who make it past the first 5 or first 10 episodes, another 90% of those people don't make it past episode 20. So the moment you make it past episode 20, you are automatically in the top percentile. And I was like, we move, right? But I think it is very encouraging.
Yeah.
Encouraging.
100%.
Like, the beauty about putting in work is sometimes the immediate result you get from it. Like, you're paying the price for consistency and you're seeing the fruits of your
100%
in real time.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Love what you said about putting in the work. And this podcast it's been so many things for us. It's been
so many
diary,
things,
a public diary.
Public diary.
Of the thoughts that we're thinking. So of the plans we're making, everything. Like that's what it's been. And like it's been a sounding board of ideas. Like,
bro,
what does this look like? What do people think about this? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's been a lot of things. So point is, and we've always said, there's something we always end episodes with where we say, we hope you guys take away something from this. Do you understand? So, and naturally, when you're hearing podcasts, we hope you feel inspired, like you want to just stop. See, the best reaction you can give me, if you're a listener, let me say one of the best.
Bro, I think I'm the best.
I'm
going to do something.
Guys, that is the best. Bro, that is the best.
And you know what's crazy?
Reaction you can.
A particular episode had that effect on me. I can't remember which one it was. I was just like, guys, I was vetting my own episode, and after listening to it, I was like, damn. I just threw up and let and get shit done. I was like, bro. Yeah, I think that would gladden our hearts.
Like, bro, even
much.
if you stop listening in the 9th minute, because typically these episodes like 30 minutes ish.
Yeah.
Like, even if we've said something that minute 9 and you just see, that will gladden my heart.
Yeah,
That's it, because ideas are a dime a dozen, man.
They are, bro.
Especially if like you have cultured or created your feed
in your life.
Do you understand?
When we say feed, we can't be specific to one platform.
Yeah.
So your entire feed.
Bro, you're just hearing thoughts, good ideas. I know they always. Do you know the crazy thing? People always make it very simple. They don't make the process. 5 simple ways to do this. 3 things to do. Blah 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 blah. Like, bro,
step 1 and
how many steps? How many 5 steps I want to take to bro? Like, bro, what is like, bro? Workout channels, you see,
dude. Those are some of the most annoying ones.
You need one plan and consistency, and
That's
then
all.
progressive overload. That's really what you need.
Really.
But
I listened to one guy once. He said like he thinks that's an advantage. Body weights, guys, people who basically use their body weights to do workout, people like me, versus people who work out with iron. Like he thinks one advantage body weight guys have over guys that work out with iron is the fact that because you don't have body weights, you are forced to find ways to make those muscles look like what you want them to look like.
100%.
You begin to find very focused ways to focus on that particular muscle. I want to feel it at this particular oblique.
Yeah.
It must hit.
Yeah.
If it's not hitting, I'm doing something wrong.
I'm doing nonsense.
So, but like the thing with guys that work with iron is like, yeah, definitely you're feeling you're hitting the stuff, but there's pain everywhere. So like there was a way in which he made the point, and I was like, this point makes sense.
Yeah,
this point makes so much sense, and it's again progressive overload. One thing, but that's a digression.
Yeah, that's
back to the point that at the end of everything, it's what's most important is avoid the 500 steps, the 200 steps, the 1 step.
Start. It's like, bro, God. People need to learn to develop an action bias for things because ideas are just ideas until they're executed. The best teams in the world are teams that have a culture of operational excellence. Like their execution is here. Like they don't see strategy and ideas. They make you feel butterflies. If you listen to endorphins when you're hearing, when you listen to smart ideas and listen to smart people talk, or you're a smart person talking.
That's the worst.
Jonah, like, bruh.
Dude, guy, I don't like talking. See,
so this is I just keep quiet.
Bro,
so people are like,
guys, I see the lot. I
just keep quiet.
And you know the annoying part. Everybody knew Amara. Emphasis on new. Everybody knew Amara as someone who is talking.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, Amara,
what's everything to say?
Guys, we don't talk anymore. We just do.
Right. See, I can't tell you how true this is. Like, no. Why? Oh, good. Bruh. What do you tell you? Mental masturbation. Good.
Lord.
You talking, be making yourself feel good.
I sound it.
Guy.
Oh, Lord.
People need to learn to develop an action bias.
How do you think one can go about that?
Bro, there are so many things. I think this is the episode. I said it before that I'm going to drag people, including me.
You said you drag yourself. Yes, I remember.
Twitter bookmarks. You bookmark everything. You save everything to watch later.
Bookmark something this week.
You save Instagram saved. You even do collection like this one. This is the episode I'm dragging all of us. What have you done?
Oh Lord, God.
What have you done with that thing that you have saved?
Bro, Twitter bookmarks, man. It's
like it gives you a false sense of accomplishments that I looked
at my YouTube library and I was like, what's going on?
This is chaos.
Why do you have 100 playlists? Not 100, but like, why do you have this many playlists?
Bro, this is chaos. It's just chaos. Bro. And then the crazy thing about it is that if you're not careful, having an idea of plenty things to do, because this is the thing of having ideas.
There's a word for it.
When having ideas that don't get executed leads to no results. So the problem remains. So there will be, and because of that natural discomfort of seeing a problem, 1 week you talk about it and say this is what we do, nothing happens. The problem comes again. You will want to talk. The first thing, okay, let's have a meeting about this. Let's think about this. Let's have a meeting. Or you go and do research about that same thing. I promise you, if you've seen a problem, if there's a problem or an issue, I know that you've talked about it in the past 2-3 times, or you talked about it, don't think about it again. Because see, we get that release of endorphins in our head when we feel like we're doing something that is kind of tantamount to.
We need to have a meeting.
No,
we don't,
bro. We really don't, man. Guys, man, we really don't. What did we say we'll do last time? Did we do it?
We did anything. Why are we in another meeting, bro?
Bruh.
Guys, full disclosure. Bruh. I have to tell Daniel that guy. We had a meeting for, our regular weekly catch up. We had a meeting for this week. I had to tell that, bro. There's no need. There's no need for this meeting. Let's not kid ourselves. Like, can we focus on action? Action.
Like, there's no need for the meeting. There was no need.
But somebody somewhere would have argued that, oh no, we must have the meeting because company tradition. I'm like, dead it, bro. Dead it, man. Dead it.
Your company will be in a better place if you were acting on the things from the meeting. So this is the annoying thing. And this is how not being a person that with an action bias, a strong obsessive action bias. This is what happens. You develop a reputation of incompetence, even if you're the most brilliant person in the world.
I'm not sure people understand how negatively that reputation of incompetence,
bro, like they don't trust you to get things done. They can't leave that thing in your hand. Like there is a double mind.
The worst one is the defensiveness. Like you become defensive, you are always making excuses. And I'm just like, This excuse. Daniel, I'm happy. And part of why I'm happy is because of just how this year has been going for me. And I'm saying this to speak to our listeners. Guys, we said this thing in one of the earlier episodes, the earliest episodes. You said it actually.
Yeah.
Pick one thing and do it consistently.
It's just one thing.
Just pick one thing and do it consistently. And it would reinforce in you
the
confidence to do other things.
And I think that just leads us into how do you develop an action bias. Yeah. And I'm going to be very practical. I will even give examples like from my life. So literally just before this episode, I was like, because literally just before shooting this episode or this shooting session, I was going through my YouTube downloads and I was just deleting some things. I was deleting them.
Let's talk about those guys that have 500 tabs open.
Bro. You're not
I'm on the table. I have 80 something.
You are on one WhatsApp group. One, they are coming to your matter. Are you a master student? Are you a PhD research? Like, that's the only explanation to why you have that.
Oh my God!
That's the only explanation to why you have that WhatsApp open.
There was one time, some years ago, I just sat down one day and I'm like, I'm deleting all this stuff. What is going on? What is going on?
And Chrome is now heavy. Just be sucking off all your computer,
all the computer resources, all the RAM. Chrome is just drinking it. Like, bro, give it to me. Give it to me. I'm like, bro. But yeah, your YouTube library.
Yeah, so I was just deleting stuff on my YouTube and really important videos. But I think the shift for me was I realized that, I don't have time to act on these things. There are things I want to do. There are things I need to do. Some of the things I'm just interested in, but I know that right now, I don't have the time for this.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. So, I deleted one that was on guitar theory. Yeah.
Bro.
I play guitar.
Yeah, we've said it on
the podcast before. So, and like me, when I nerd out on things that I like. I don't like things casually. I like nerd out on things. Like, bro, if I tell you that I like perfume, I'm going to search for the history of these things. How do you see, bro? Like, what do they make it Italy, Venice? So yeah, we are going. Let's go and see. Like, have tea or pasta in the afternoon with wearing sunglasses with a perfume maker, and he's telling you that's me. I like to nerd out and geek. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. Like 100%. I geek out on things that I really like. So same thing with guitar, and me and you have talked back and forth about this a lot of times. Like, we really want to understand the language that is music.
That is music theory.
That is music, bro. It's different. So I was now like, there were a couple of videos that I downloaded, and I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna get to this. Like probably at the point in time when I was like, okay, probably I was spinning, and I was like, God, I feel so rusty. What's this? And I was like, you know what? I need to learn this, or I just found it intriguing. And it was one of those nights. Like, okay, I was just like going through YouTube, and I was like, oh, this is an interesting tutorial. Like, download. I haven't taken a look at them. Why? I've not had time. So, and I was like, yeah, delete. I didn't feel any type of way about it. Why? Because I realized that, there are only so many things you can action.
Bro, there are only so many things you can give your time to.
I don't think, because I have been, and maybe in some ways right now, like full disclosure, I'm still a victim of not being able to action things that you have put strategy forward for.
Okay.
And because those things are of an urgent nature, it just continues to give you a vibe. Oh, Daniel isn't delivering on this. Currently, I'm still dealing with it.
Okay.
So it's now me getting the wisdom or the common sense that, okay, I can't action this. Someone else needs to. You delegate and then monitor how the execution of that is going.
Yeah.
So, but the point, how to develop an action bias is, number one, the moment you have, I won't say number one, just a couple of ideas or suggestions. The moment you have decided that this is a problem worth solving, question you need to ask, is this a problem worth solving now? Okay. Now, can I do this now?
Importance, urgency thing.
Yeah. Do I have the bandwidth to handle this now, to action this now? Is it a case of it's opportunistic and I can take advantage of the momentum or the circumstance or the environment?
Okay.
Like, you need to weigh things, like your pros and cons, and this is the thing I'm going to do now, And what is the system I'm going to put in place to make sure like there is net week on week progress? Do you understand? The moment if you can define that and you figure ahead and see, no, it's not as hard as people think it is.
Bro.
It really isn't.
Bro. Yo, come and take tutorial from Amara.
Bro, I'll tell you no with the straightest face. With the straightest, and there is like, you just know that there is nothing you can do about it. No matter how alpha you are, no matter how type A personality you think you are, Amara tells you no, you just.
Oh my God.
That's the end of it. Do you get? So
I had to learn this the hard way, man.
Yeah.
Not the hard way, but yes. At the end of the day, like I think the first lesson for me was realizing that like my time is the only limited resource I have in my life. I can figure out resources for every other thing, but the time, you don't get the time back.
You don't get time back, 100%.
You don't get the time back. So
100%.
You're giving your time to that thing. You must make sure that the returns are worth the time.
Yeah.
The return is not worth the time. You must dump it.
Yeah.
So like in my head, I'm always weighing importance and urgency.
100%.
I'm always weighing importance and urgency.
100%.
And so like I think about, but when I think about an action bias, one thing I think about with respect to almost every single thing I do is, this might be contrary to how somebody like, I mean, I've heard you mention Brian Tracy eat the frog thing before, and the idea behind eating the frog being like doing the hard thing.
Doing the hard thing first.
Yeah, and that's a completely different approach from what I take. I look for the easiest thing.
Okay, so
here is why
I understand what you mean. And you I understand what you mean, and I won't say
I want to give my
they are just, no. They are different.
Okay,
they are different things.
Okay.
They are different things. Yours
walk me through the eat the frog.
The eat the frog thing is saying, okay, on a standpoint of they're very different things.
Okay.
Eat the frog says, okay, if you have 10 things to do today, what is the hardest thing that you can do? Just go at it. What you're saying, what I think you're saying is that in a project, what is the fastest thing to action? Like the simplest thing you can action on that thing. So if it's to make, let's say, if you are project planning for an initiative, for instance, whatever it is, you're project planning for it, and you're like, what is the quickest or simplest, the easiest first step I can take?
Yeah,
to do it.
Personally, it's both that this second one you just
and
said,
also on a day-to-day basis,
and a bit of the first one.
Of the first one, like where on a day-to-day basis you have to
I
actually see that.
Because as much as like I agree with doing the hard stuff first, doing the
hardest thing that you have to do that like is
personally, and I think this might vary from person to person. This might be very nuanced because personally, I find that if my energy levels are high, I can attack the hardest thing first. It's very easy. Definitely, my day is always structured, so that I'm not going through the easiest thing before the hardest thing. I already have a structure for the day.
Yeah,
but peradventure, my day wasn't structured, right? And I needed to go at some series of tasks for the day. If I'm feeling, because I'm very sensitive on my energy levels, they affect how I'm able to like function for the rest of the day, all through the day.
Yeah.
So if I get a feeling of what my energy levels are, and I see that they're pretty standard or pretty high, I can go at the hardest thing first. But if I see that I'm struggling to get through that
I understand
day,
what you mean.
I would go for the easiest thing first and build momentum from there.
I understand what you mean.
And it always works for me.
I understand what you mean.
It would always add up that, okay, I finished this. This feels good. Okay, I have 9 more tasks to go. And then I get the second one done. And I'm thinking, again, level of importance. How important is this thing to my overall? Because I don't want to, for example, now have to fill some series of forms when I know that they're not adding anything to my net return on investment of time. So like I will probably leave that for last, even though it's easy. There's no reason to commit my time to this. I'll look for something easier that is actually a lot more beneficial to me and my time. You get?
I get that. The reasoning behind, I initially thought it was in the context of project planning for one initiative. But if it's just like a bunch of things, like my day-to-day execution of things, okay, then I understand what you're saying. So I think the idea behind doing the hard things first, I don't necessarily subscribe or not subscribe to it.
Okay.
Do you understand? I just say, these are the things that need to be done today.
Okay.
And then I just go at it. I don't necessarily rank in order of...
How does your energy level, or how do your energy levels affect?
I just do.
When do you gas out?
When do I gas out? I don't.
That must be nice.
Not necessarily. So it's like sometimes I don't know when to put my laptop down. Now these days, because I have to sleep like my compulsory 5-6 hours in the night.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
And then obviously like remote work, working multiple time zones. There's also that. But
okay.
me, I don't. The moment I get on that chair, my office. When anybody video calls and they see me on that chair, they just know that my attention is split. Like 10% is for you, 90% is for the work I'm doing. And they see that the people are normally like FaceTime or whatever. And they see, oh, I'm in that chair, and they see my grey curtain. Just know that my attention is split. Whether it's 7 p.m. in Nigeria, so if I'm on that chair, I just made that room sacred. This is for. I don't let people come in. You don't come in to sit down and chill.
Daniel,
what are you doing?
I always preach about high performance environments.
You are
if you're going to be able
to
take action, your environment must favor.
It must favor what you're doing, man.
So like, kill the distractions. Find out what they are. If you find out, this throw pillow in my parlor always makes me sleep. Throw it away.
That's destroying the pillow. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But anyway, if you find out like you're always in your room and your mattress is not working for you, leave the room, please. If you find out, I'm always like close to this AC and this AC makes me sleep, walk away from the AC.
See,
high performance environment.
People don't understand. Like, see, it might seem petty and like, don't walk through it. Why would you exert willpower unnecessarily? It's not,
bro. It's a waste of willpower.
It's a waste of willpower. It's a waste.
Optimize the environment. Your body will function more easier.
You know what's crazy? I found out, that I work better when the place is naturally aerated and there's a lot of sunlight. It's not even about the air.
I think air conditioning has an effect on that as well.
Exactly. I prefer when it's natural light coming in. What did I do? The more aesthetic thing for me to do in my office is that my chair faces the door coming in.
Okay.
But the moment I enter the office, lock that door, I turn the table, face the lights. It's what works for me. Like, I like the sense of, the view is not the greatest, it's not the best. It's like my fence, bro. It's my fence. Like, it's not the city landscape or anything. Like, it's not the 25th floor. You understand? But I just wanted that, even if I don't turn it around, I just open the curtain. Even if there's light, I open the curtain everywhere there's light. As in, I feel like my environment is primed for me to this thing.
Optimizing your environment would, I can't explain, because the moment you take the first step, you will face resistance.
You're not sitting comfortably. You invest in that chair. That's why.
I keep telling people that one of the biggest investments I made last year was getting that chair I got, because my back was seeing shaggy. I kept having discussions with people. I'm like, our parents are not going through this level of back pain. What's going on? I'm like, nah. I can't set myself up for this level of damage on my body over time. Nah. I will spend the money. I don't care how much it is. I need to buy that chair for my back. So guys, optimize your environment. That's a very big point for starting. Because once you start, you want to make sure that you can maintain momentum. And one way to do that is to make sure that everything in your environment helps you to be as productive as you need to be.
It doesn't mean that you automatically give agency of how well you perform to your environment. You never want to give control beyond. But if some things cannot be helped at that moment,
that's fine as well.
You might need to power through it. Like I said, I would rather like aerated glass windows, floor to ceiling glass windows, wide space and luxury, lushness. Do you understand? I would rather that. I would rather work on an iMac or his bigger screen. It doesn't mean I won't use my sexy slick Lenovo ThinkPad. I will run out. Do you understand? When later in the year or next year, without saying, let's go to 30.
We'll move to ultra wide.
Do you understand? Like, do those things, like, because you need to be done. Because I found out that the moment you are saying, the moment you give agency of what determines your output, something outside you.
Yes, you've relinquished the power to something else.
Exactly, like. You think, I will do this when this condition is met.
You will be
one of the single biggest scams.
You will be there, bro.
It's one of the single.
There.
I'll learn this one. There are not a lot of these things where that thing will matter.
Yeah.
There are not a lot. Okay. You want to learn graphic design, blah blah blah. How obsessive can you be? I don't have a laptop. Yeah. I don't have a laptop.
Okay.
How obsessive can you be? Is there a neighbor? 30
Daniel,
minutes time sharing,
Daniel,
1 hour
Daniel.
time sharing.
The stories in my life.
Obsessive.
Daniel, the stories in my life that
about
I'm
wanting
not
to
proud.
get
I'm not like. They're not like pride. They're not like, how do I put them? They're not stories that like I'm happy to tell because I was going through it.
Yeah.
But I did whatever
if
I needed
something
to
is
do.
important, you will do it.
I did whatever I needed
whatever you need to do. Like,
I was telling
someone,
someone that, bro, if you need to go to, in this case now, quote and unquote, a cafe, do what you need to do. You know that, okay, you have some finances, but you just don't have a laptop, or you have a phone, and you know this phone is like, it's not a low range, it's a proper mid-range phone. Like, you can get basic stuff.
Yeah, you can pull camera inside that. Bro.
How can you start moving forward
from there?
See, those obstacles.
See,
like, I can't explain how much I won't say it drives me crazy, but like, bro, I definitely I can stand it because human beings will be human beings.
Yeah.
But I really don't like to hear obstacles. If you mention an obstacle here, we can throw blow. Because why are you seeing obstacles? Focus on how we can move forward.
Do you understand?
How can you move forward? Even if it's just one step. Even if it's just one step, bro. Even if it's just one step.
No, but you see, guys, you won't go as far as you possibly can in life if you don't have an action bias.
Yes.
If you can't take something from idea to results. Yeah. Bruh. Like, and again, negative side effects, you will just develop an unnecessary reputation of incompetence.
Guys, I
trust you.
don't think we emphasize enough how much doing will compound over time and how much not doing will compound over time. So please, guys, 5 years from now, I'm not so far away. I said it on my IG.
It's not so far away, man.
5 years are not so far away.
It's not.
5 years was 2018. What were you doing in 2018?
Do you understand?
5 years was just 2018, guys.
Do you understand?
That was not so far away.
Guys, like, I don't, like,
It's just, it's just 60 months,
see,
guys.
you know what?
60 months.
See, this singular idea might be the difference between a meh year and a truly exceptional year that was magic.
Yeah.
See, so this is why we'll reiterate this episode over and over again. See, the moment there is an idea, see, that repetition thing is a very important thing because that dictates how much people trust you and will do work or business or whatever with you. So just hold that one somewhere.
Beyond that, it affects your own, how you see yourself.
Exactly. Reputation with yourself, because you cannot lie to yourself.
You cannot lie to yourself.
You cannot lie to yourself. See, even that one with yourself is crazy. We'll get back to like the points you take in like
unless you want to be delusional.
You can't lie to yourself because the moment you start saying, oh, ideas and you don't execute, even with yourself, like it's be like you won't trust yourself.
Guys, I think there's so much space up there, guys. We can all rise, but you gotta be doing. You gotta be doing.
I wish I could really double click into the psychological part of what building a negative reputation of not being a doer, because I've been there. I know how it affects, and a lot of the times, whether it is laziness or procrastination or lack of organization, there are a plethora of reasons why you probably weren't able to do. But let me give you what has helped me.
Okay.
Greatly to overcome this.
Yeah.
First off, the moment there is something to be done, you need to ask yourself, people will respect the person that says no and the person that says yes and doesn't do anything.
Bro,
do you understand? The first thing is this a thing to do? Is this a thing to do now? If you figure that, okay, yes, you want to do this thing, then do your resource gathering, whatever it is that works for you, how you tend to do things, then take that. You don't need to see, and I'm thinking about, there's something called analysis paralysis. You would strategy and call a meeting.
That's what I was saying. I've given yourself information overload.
Information overload. No, it's like when you overeat, you become lax. Man. You can't do anything. No, have just enough. See, the moment you've seen, you've downloaded 5 exercises for V-cut abs. The moment you have said that like 10 times, and you're not doing any one. You really are. When will you do it? And the brain likes things that are novel.
Yeah.
That's the novelty.
Yeah.
It's a drug.
It is.
It's a drug. That is what releases dopamine. Novelty. Oh, this new idea. Oh, this interesting new. No, like they call it wanderlust. Like it's just shiny things. No, it's the same thing. Internet markets people will tell you. Oh, this day you are in affiliate marketing. This day you are in Facebook. Another day you are in this.
Copyright.
Choose one and stay
there. Persist.
So the moment you have identified that, okay, this is the process, this is the steps I need to take. Yeah. There are some people that they are thinkers and they are doers. Unfortunately, everybody is able to do at a particular level.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I work best when they're amazing. See, if all I needed to do was say, and they do, is magic. But bro, if you want to be a competent individual, it was something I told myself last year. Especially getting an assistant, I was like, oh, the temptation to just say, oh, you'll do this,
give him everything.
No, I was like, no. Yeah, see, I told my assistant last week, say, bro, was it last week or two? I mentioned it to a couple of people too before, talking about like my experience having an assistant. I was like, that guy probably only knows like 20% of the things that I do. The remaining 80%, he doesn't have an idea. And I know how he says his life is. Now imagine what I'm doing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I know how he says his life.
Exactly. Now imagine what I'm doing. If that is just like 20%. He called me and was like, Daniel, are you sure that there isn't more I can do? I said, eh? The way you are talking. Do you understand? And I was like, I appreciated like obviously this thing and like obviously growing and stretching, but I realized that there is a level of self-efficacy.
Yes.
You need to have as a person. Yes. To be able to do certain things. To be able to live life at a minimum respectable level for yourself. Yeah. Do you understand? So it's like, determine whether that thing you want to do is worth doing. Number one. Number two, is it worth doing now? If you've said yes to these things, find one way to do it. Yeah. Don't change from that way of doing it till you have done it and started seeing results that are either what you don't like or like. Iterate fast. Do quickly, iterate if you need to, but don't start chasing 5 ways of doing it and not say, oh, which one I need to do. No, do the quickest thing. If it's to send a text, you don't have to wait for, I have to do the official blah 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 blah. No, send that text, send that email, make that phone call, drop that document. Oh, the document is too long. There's so many ideas, and do the first draft, a part of it, share. Then another day, add another section of it again. Another day. Doing little things. Someone said little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. People want to just do 1 billion. No. Consistency first, then intensity later. Consistency first. Doing 10 push-ups over 10 days is way more important, way more helpful than doing 100 push-ups.
Do 100 in one day.
Because beyond the bodybuilding, it's building character. It's building the ability to be consistent. That's what it does. This is the reason, bro, I've been there. This is the reason why people do not have an action bias. This is why they don't get shit done in their lives. And they just end up with a bad reputation. Bro, say no. Your default answer should be no. If you think about it and say, okay, I should do it, walk through this process that I've mentioned. And lastly, hold yourself accountable. The fact that people, Amara and I have said this thing so many times, that you don't track and measure. If I look at any part of my life and I'm not actively giving attention to, sometimes you hear me say it. Yeah. I was telling Benji, oh my God, like I'm honestly struggling to integrate this particular area of work into my life now that I'm now doing it than the other areas. Like the me in here is not the me here, and I don't like it. I need to get this up to speed. Do you understand? Last week I took a step, I dropped a document, I'll share it to my upline. Next week I'll take a step, I'll go and meet the team. Do you understand? Like that's just how it is. But because I'm a high intensity person, like I like being able to put 100 inside one. I was like, Daniel, humble yourself, put 10. Then put 10. Then put 10 again. Because that consistency and reputation for being there every day, being available, is worth more than that 100 that you do in one day. You now feel like, oh, you've done everything. No. Guys, I know how this thing works. I lived in that space. You are brilliant, idea, potential. Bro!
Now that potential.
Who sent your potential? Who bloody sent your potential, man?
Oh my
Guy,
god.
don't vex me. Body sense your potential, my guy. Like I'm glad you are brilliant too. I'm glad. But you need to be able to execute.
At some point, it must mean something to you that this potential becomes
exactly like do right,
factual. Like
do right by the potential.
Do right,
too
bro.
much is given, much is expected.
Anyway, guys,
episode can't be like so with the vex.
We are strongly passionate about this.
Yeah, we're strongly passionate about this.
And I think it's just because like I've seen when you study this thing long enough, you begin to see how this thing can make you get to levels in life that you didn't even think were possible.
See, bro, that's it.
And you begin to see how this thing could take somebody from being who they are right now to being a couch potato, no sub to couch potatoes, but to being a couch potato and having no direction in life and just wasting away in anguish.
That's it.
And all of those things.
The regret.
I
don't even want to think about it.
This thing, it literally starts from point zero and moves both up and down. That's what it does.
There's minus in this thing.
There is plus and there's minus.
There's minus.
So you got to pick one. You must pick one. And this, like we always say, guys, these things compound. Guys, I can't stress how, if you calm down and study this thing, you will know that for every day, for every week, you don't incrementally make change in your life.
It compounds. Think about where you are now. You are the compound effect of the decisions you made 5-7 years ago.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
You're the compound effect of the decision you made 5-7 years ago.
Thank God, at this point, we are all learning.
Yeah.
At this point, we are all getting the knowledge that we need to be able to take ourselves.
Take the drastic step, my guy. Baby girl, take that drastic step that you need to take. It's your life.
It is. It is. And it's just one life.
It's just one.
It's just one life. We all dream of all the wonderful things we would like to have, but nothing is ever served. Nothing is ever served on a platter.
And to be dreaming it, wouldn't you rather hold it and to be dreaming it? All right, guys. We know the vex for now, but I beg.
We hope you take one or two things away.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.